Hey guys, I just want to say that I miss you and I love you all. I hope you're staying safe during our break.
And during our poop.
Yeah, so I'm gonna read the first chapter of this book. It's called The Fenway Foul Up. It's part of the Ballpark Mysteries series, and so I'll read chapter 1 today, and next week I'll read the next chapter if you guys like it. All right. Here we go. Chapter 1: The Green Monster. Watch out, Kate yelled. Boston's best batter, Big D, had just hit another rocket.
Where's the monster?
You'll see in a minute. The baseball was headed straight to the top of Fenway Park's left field wall, right where Kate Hopkins and her cousin Mike Walsh were standing. Yowza! Mike ducked down as the ball sailed overhead. That one is out of here. Mike and Kate watched it fly over the wall of the stadium toward the sunny city, street below. They waited to hear the clunk of the ball hitting a car's head or shattering glass as it hit a windshield. But all they heard was a loud thud and a soft thunk. No crunch, no smash of glass, no car alarms. Mike scampered up to the railing that overlooked the street. The ball bounced against the wall of a parking garage. A little girl in yellow overalls chased the ball as it rolled down the sidewalk. Aw, why didn't it land near us? Mike asked. He pulled a worn tennis ball out of his fleece jacket and bounced it against the cement steps a few times. He carried the ball everywhere he went. I've always wanted a real Major League Baseball. If Big D had hit it at you, it would have knocked your head off, Kate answered. She took off her baseball cap and slipped her brown ponytail through the hole in the back of the cap. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. At least then you wouldn't be able to think about baseball. It's all you do. Mike couldn't argue with that. He did spend a lot of time playing baseball and talking about it and watching it. Last year, he even started a baseball website. That was why he was so excited to be at Fenway Park watching batting practice. Kate's mom, Mrs. Hopkins, worked as a sports reporter for a popular website, American Sports. She was covering that day's baseball game between the Boston Red Sox and the Oakland A's. Kate lived with her mom in Cooperstown, New York. Mike lived down the block. His mom and Kate's mom were sisters. Yep, but it wasn't allowed. Oh, I skipped several pages. Okay, we're gonna try again. You'll see it in a minute, okay, buddy? Mike, Kate, and Kate's mom had left at 7 that morning and driven to Boston. Mrs. Hopkins was in the press room, but Mike and Kate were using their special all-access passes to explore Fenway Park. They had started at the seats on top of Fenway's giant left field wall. The 37-foot-high wall was painted dark green and ran from left field to center field. It was known as the Green Monster. Mike turned his attention back to the field. The Green Monster. Hey, watch the way Big D stands in the batter's box. Mike pointed to home plate. He has an open stance. His back foot is closer to the plate than his front foot. It's what gives him his power to hit like that. Even from far away, Big D's arm muscles stood out through his uniform. He was tall and strong and always had a big grin on his face. Big D was one of Boston's most popular players. Do you see the bat he's using? Mike went on. It was a light-colored wooden bat with a dark green ring dividing the handle from the barrel of the bat. It's his good luck charm, like a four-leaf clover. He calls it his Green Monster, just like the wall. Pow! Big D hit another ball out of the park. Across the field by the Boston dugout, a small group of fans cheered. They'd come early for batting practice, too. Didn't he try to use a bright green bat in a game once? Kate asked. What happened to it? Mike was the expert when it came to baseball, but Kate knew a lot about everything else. She read all the time, books, newspapers, websites, anything she could find. Yep, but it wasn't allowed, Mike told her. According to the rules, bats had to be black, brown, or natural. Yes. Yeah. So now, Big D just uses a regular bat, but he still calls it the Green Monster. After he batted, Big D headed back to the dugout. The fans crowded the railing and chanted, Big D, Big D, Big D. Big D leaned his bat against the low wall in front of the seats. He took off his hat and waved. The fans went wild. Many of them held out baseballs, hats, and other souvenirs for Big D to sign. Big D started signing autographs. A photographer trailed behind him, taking pictures. He carried a long black tripod.
That's not the big monster.
Oh, okay. He carried a long black tripod case slung over his shoulder and a camera with a big lens. I knew we should have waited over there, Mike said. We could have gotten his autograph. Maybe next time, Kate said. It's cool that he's signing so many. While Big D greeted the fans, Wally, the Red Sox big furry green mascot, came trotting down the first base line towards home plate. He waved to the people near the dugout, but then he tripped and sprawled face first on the grass. The crowd roared with laughter, while Wally wriggled on the ground. Big D and a bat boy ran over to help Wally up. Wally took a small bow and gave the crowd a big wave without falling over. Big D patted Wally on the back and ducked into the dugout. One Red Sox player after another practiced hitting, but Mike and Kate could tell that no one was as good as Big D. Soon, Boston finished batting practice. A bat boy and bat girl came out to collect the bats. I'd love that job, said Mike. You'd get to meet all the players, watch the games, and get paid for it. The Oakland A's took the field for their batting practice. Come on, said Kate. I told my mom we'd stop by the press room before the game starts. She's going to give us money for lunch. Kate and Mike found their way through the hallways, lined with hot dog, ice cream, and peanut stands. They rode an elevator up to the 4th floor. After showing a security guard their passes, they entered the press room. The room had a huge open windows facing the infield. Hi, kids, Miss Hopkins said. She was sitting at a desk in front of a window. A few reporters sat on either side of her, working on computers or talking. Mike went straight to the windows. Wow, what a view, he said. You can see everything from here. It's like you're on top of the field. It is pretty amazing, said Miss Hopkins. Sometimes foul balls get hit up here, so you have to pay attention. Just then, a telephone rang. Kate's mother reached for it, but the reporter next to her answered it. He talked for a minute or so and then hung up. You'll never believe what just happened, he said. What? Miss Hopkins asked. Big D's lucky bat has been stolen. That's all of chapter 1. So next week, I'll read chapter 2 to you. Thanks for watching.